Welcome back, guys, to another session of our makeup line. And what we're going to do today is we're going to work with Megan. She is prepped and primed, and what we are going to do is work on her foundation techniques now. What we have on her face is a primer for her face for the smoothing and for the hold of the mineral makeup. We are working with Jane Iredale makeup today, and we have a canvas for her eyelid as well. And then we have her lashes prepped with a lash conditioner. So that's kind of like the base of our canvas. And now we're going to go over foundations, when to use them, why to use them, what types to use, what type of finishes they have and such. So Megan, do you like a matte finish? Do you like a real heavy finish? What are you thinking?
I would say a heavier finish.
A heavier finish. So what we're going to do is we're going to do more of like a deeper BB cream type application on her. And what that's going to do is give her more of like a real flawless look. Now, I will show you another foundation on this side, and then I'll do the BB cream on this side, so you can kind of see the difference of a full coverage versus a medium coverage foundation. All right, so we're already prepped. So what we're gonna start off with is, I just wanna show you on my hand here. This is a Dream Tint that's out by Jane Iredale. Dream Tints are anything with like an SPF. It's a tint moisturizer basically. So it just gives you a very, very, very light coverage. You can kind of see on my hand, it's very, very light. So this is really great for when you want to just go out, maybe you're just running to the grocery store quick. You want to make sure your face is protected with SPF, but also a moisturizer. And it has just a little bit of tint to just kind of blend in any type of blemishes that you might have. So because we're going heavier on Megan today, I just wanted to show you that there is foundation out there that is for just very, very light coverage. Someone that doesn't want to wear any makeup, not even a powder, this is the way to go. So you want to get more of like a tinted moisturizer type cream makeup. Our second thing I want to talk about, I'm going to do on the side of her face that is going to be more of medium coverage, is going to be the mineral foundation. Now, mineral foundations have to be worked in really, really, really well. So I always tell people to blot onto the skin. And if you turn it that way, Megan, you can see that it has not a very smooth base. I'm just telling you, blot on the skin. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rub that in. Now we want to use our fingers for the mineral foundation to rub in. Usually you use a foundation brush, but because this has to really be worked in, there's a very good reason why we have to use our fingers. If we use a brush, it'll just kind of fall off of the skin as well. Now as you work in with your fingers as well, you can also touch it up with your brush, and then you can go in and you can smooth it all out with your brush. You know, using your fingers as a tool isn't wrong. A lot of times people prefer it because they don't like the product to be built up in the brushes. And when you go with a mineral makeup, you want to make sure it's worked right into the skin. Now, the reason I prefer mineral makeup is because it sits on the skin, it doesn't go into the skin. So you don't have to ever worry about your skin breaking out from it. You don't ever have to worry about your pores getting clogged either. And you want to make sure that you create a seamless effect with this. You don't want to go too dark or too light with your makeup, with your foundation. If you go darker than your skin tone or lighter than your skin tone, then you're getting into more of a contouring effect. So as you can see, this just gives a very nice coverage, just a medium coverage for her. You can see it's flawless and seamless through this area. And another way to check is going up through the forehead too. A lot of times you'll get extra product buildup through there. So you just want to make sure this is really flawless and seamless and blended in. How does that feel on your face? Good? Good. It's a very light feeling, being mineral as well. So you can kind of see, like I said, she has very nice skin, but you can kind of see where she's got some freckles here going on. Here, there, you can see that they're much more blended through. Okay, so as you can see, we have the mineral makeup on her right side here, and it's just for a medium coverage, okay, just medium coverage. I'm gonna show you also a BB cream. There's a lot of BB creams out there. It's very, very high coverage for BB cream. I love BB cream. I actually mix my BB cream with the medium coverage foundation that I just used on Megan, and I like to kind of have it as a mixture. Take your foundation brush. You just want to put very little This BB cream goes a long, long, long way. Okay, we're gonna just kind of swipe into the skin with our fingers again. Always adding more as you go on. You know, less is sometimes more. You don't want to have it real cakey onto the skin. And then again, I'm just gonna take my brush. I'm just gonna perfect it. Now you can see that this cream is putting on a lot more coverage onto her skin. But it's not oily, it's very mineral based. So it doesn't feel oily, it doesn't feel heavy, but this is the heaviest option you can go with a foundation. And again, having that flawless, seamless line, you can tell that there isn't any type of line going here because we made sure we match up the skin tone. She does have a cooler skin tone, so you want to make sure that when you're talking to your professional stylist about your makeup, that they are properly measuring up with skin tone. There's actually more than one makeup that should be used on your skin because your skin tone varies from top to bottom. So as you can see, again, if we take her freckles, these have a little bit more coverage than these do. But you can see that overall her canvas looks very, very nice and it's very blended. Now, if you were not to use a primer, what you're gonna get is just less blending effects and you're gonna get less smoothness. So that's her base for her foundation, using the 3 steps of the liquid. We're going to get into using a powder, and this is a mineral powder base. Now, if she wanted more of just this type of finish, we could leave it just like this and we could set it with our setting spray and we could go on. I'm going to matte her out just a little bit just to make sure that she doesn't have any glows or different effects on her face that she's not wanting. So I'm going to use a setting powder. It's in a pressed powder form. There are loose powders out there as well. Pressed powder, loose powder, really it's the same. It just depends on what you want to use it for. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I like to use is this type of brush. It's more of a it's a flat brush, and it has actually not a lot of bend to it. It's pretty stiff, but yet it's not really like poofy like you see those big powder brushes out there, because we want to push the product into her skin. We don't want to just let it sit and fly all over her beautiful, you know, dress or whatever you have on that day. Now what you want to do is you want to go in strokes that go up and down. A lot of us, we're in a hurry, so we're just all over our face with the brush. With mineral makeup, you want to make sure that you're using downward strokes. So you can see that created just a little bit more of a matte finish for her. Also, when you are having your professional stylist match you up with your color, it should always be set after, because it will change the color of the foundation a bit to make sure it really goes with your tone. Okay, and then we're going to finish off her foundation with a spray, and the setting spray, you just mist it ever so lightly. This has a pomegranate base to it, which is really going to help with adhering to the skin and help with the elements of the vitamins into the skin as well. There's all different types of sprays. You have some for oily skin, you have some for more dry skin, and then you just have like a neutral skin. So I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to set her makeup. It smells so very nice. We're just going to let it sit for a little bit. Now, because we're going to be using bronzers and things like that with her skin, we can do a double setting. So I like to set after the foundation is on, and then I like to do a final set at the end. Another thing to remember with foundations is you never want to put a darker foundation on because you want to look tan. You want to just make sure it blends really nice with your skin, and then what we're going to do is we're going to work with our bronzers and we're going to work with our cheek colors to make sure that you can highlight the certain areas so that you can appear to be like more highlighted and more awake, and just look a lot better than making your skin look like it's just a lot darker. So that is our segment on foundations, and next we're going to work on cheek color, we're going to work on bronzers, and then we're going to move on into the eyes, so stay with us.